It's time for our international teams to line up head-to-head for the raft sprint on the Ise section of the Reventazón River. This relatively long 1,000-meter course of 5 Class 4 and 5 rapids will test both the stamina and the river skills of the teams to negotiate this section of the river.
2, 1, go!
The stopwatches are running and they're off. Teams line up according to their seeding, racing head-to-head for a place in the semi-finals. There are some exciting battles. Canada take on an inspired Zimbabwean team. The Mexicans take on New Zealand. But only 4 teams can go through to the next round. This is the first semi-final. It's Italy versus the Czech Republic, 2 great European teams. The Czechs are first over the pour-over. It's a good start for them. The Italians are off angle here. This is a disastrous mistake by them. They've stopped in the eddy behind the pour-over. They have to spin round and the Czechs have opened a huge gap. Italy must chase hard now, but it'll be difficult to make up that much time over such a short distance. The lead is just too much. The Czechs just need to keep their lead for a place in the final. And that's no problem for them. This semi-final promises to be very exciting. It's old rivals Slovenia and Germany. The Slovenians have pole position and they're off to a very good start, but they've gone a little too wide. Germany are going for the inside line. They can sneak into the gap. This is tight. The inside paddlers can barely paddle, but Germany have a little more current and the Germans have done it. They're ahead. Slovenia will keep the pressure up, try and force a mistake and look for slightly different routes to gain some advantage. Germany are still just in front of the next rapid. Slovenia are breathing down their necks. Now Germany are running too close to the center. This is another disastrous mistake. They've handed the race back to Slovenia. The Slovenians' pressure has paid off. They will win the race and meet the Czechs in the final. The Germans are bitterly disappointed. Their old rivals have taken them, but there are still smiles and handshakes all round. The women's final sees the US square up against the UK. It was first blood to the Americans in the slalom event, and the Britons will want to get some points back. The US women are quicker out of the starting blocks. They had pole position and they are just in front. Our onboard camera shows the extent of that US lead. The Britons will try different tactics to make up the deficit. The US women are holding onto the lead well. They may even be extending it a little. The UK aren't going to catch up now. That's the finish line. They can relax. Well, they've relaxed a bit too much. They've run into a rock wall and burst a tube as the UK ladies cross the line. It's the men's final. Slovenia go head-to-head against the Czechs. This is going to be another close race. The Czechs won the slalom event and are still a bit of an unknown force. Slovenia have the advantage of pole position again. They are ahead, but only just. The Czechs are trying for the same early move that the Germans employed. Slovenia have held off the challenge, but the Czechs will fight back. Slovenia have a good lead coming into this one. And they've done enough to take the title. It's been a monumental effort. Here come the Czechs, quite a few seconds behind, and they have a swimmer. He must have fallen out in the last rapid. He's so exhausted he can't get back on board. Slovenia win another event. They've beaten the Czechs in the final, and the US women triumph over the UK ladies in their final.